So Alex Jones has been in the news for a little while, especially for a couple of reasons. You know, obviously, like throughout time, he's had like his conspiracies blow up. He's a pretty big figure in the media. The time he ripped his shirt off in CNN, the time he flew a helicopter around his ex-wife and children's home, screaming from a bullhorn to like take him back or something. I forget exactly what he was saying, but he was flying a helicopter doing circles around his ex-wife's home after they broke up and they were going through like the divorce proceedings. He's just a character. He really do be a character. Now he has some bad character traits. Okay, this character has some bad traits. One of which is lying about school shooting families. Now, if you knew, and let me refresh you on the story a little bit. Alex Jones is one of the main pushers of the conspiracy theory that the Sandy Hook school shooting that killed many children and staff members, literally a helicopter parent. True. He pushed the conspiracy theory that school shooting was a false flag made by the government and the shadow puppets that control the world to fear the people into revoking the Second Amendment and taking our guns. All right. And he did a lot of talking about it. He championed this for a really long time, pushed it really hard, tried to pull up all the evidence of, look there, this one time one of the dads smiled. That's it. Oh my, I would never smile if I was in his position. It was just like really, really weird shit. Which didn't happen, by the way. Yeah, it's false. That's not something that happened. Imagine us giving up our guns. Never. It'll never happen. I can't imagine it because it's impossible. Now, the parents who were the victims, not only of a school shooting, were the victims of Alex Jones, his massive barrage of hate and vitriol saying that they are faking and lying to destroy the nation and repeal the Second Amendment. People who were enraged, who were activated by his speech, his lies, harassed the families to the point where lots of them had to move several times. And mind you, this is while they're still grieving the loss of their children who were gunned down in a school shooting. With that being said, Alex Jones obviously is not going to get out of this scot-free, okay? The parents, you could imagine, are actually pretty upset with his involvement in the situation. I gotta tell you. Now, Alex Jones has been facing defamation lawsuits, about 4 from the Sandy Hook tragedy parents who sued him for defamation, slandering their character and leading to immeasurable harm, especially them being have to leave, some having to be under like police protection because the harassment got so bad. It was pretty bad. Alex Jones wasn't complying with a lot of these lawsuits. He wasn't listening to the judges. He wouldn't turn in the correct paperwork. He wouldn't be on time. He ignored a lot of things. His deposition to the court was strung all over the place, and it didn't help him much at all. You can look up him being questioned by prosecutors up on YouTube. There's Alex Jones' deposition on the Sandy Hook incident. So he's been involved in these court proceedings for quite a long time. Oh yeah, and he said that psychosis made him believe that it was staged. So he was like, bro, I was going crazy. I was disassociating. I had no clue what was going on. Listen, I play a character on stream. I'm not always like that. I try my best. It's not my fault. Please don't sue me. So he pulled that shit. It obviously didn't work out too well. It didn't work out at all because not only did he lose one of his lawsuits, he lost all 4 of his lawsuits when it came to the defamation of the Sandy Hook parents. And so he got absolutely giga-bodied by court. You honestly can't imagine getting bodied even harder than this. Listen, I believe him. He does seem psychotic, okay? So I think that's the only part of it. That's the only part he said that I actually believe. Alex Jones has been found guilty by default in all 4 defamation cases brought by families of the victims of the Sandy Hook school shooting tragedy. A judge in Connecticut issued rulings in a 4th defamation lawsuit brought against Infowars conspiracy theorist on Tuesday after he failed to produce evidence to support his false claims the 2012 mass shooting was a hoax. The ruling means all 4 lawsuits brought by the families of 10 Sandy Hook victims in Texas and Connecticut have won defamation cases against Jones. 26 people, including 20 children, died in the shooting. He said it was synthetic. It was a false flag, complete hoax, giant hoax. Not even a normal hoax, huge giant hoax, okay? And so this man didn't comply with any court proceedings, pretended they didn't exist. And obviously, the judge didn't like that very much. When you pretend that nothing's going on and you don't listen to the judge, they kind of don't treat you very well. And that's why they slapped him with all 4 cases. Now, he has to be sentenced. Now, what will a sentence be? A lot of money. He'll be sentenced with a lot of money, okay? So, the families of 10 victims, he's going to have to pay all of them at least some amount of money. So, little scumfuck is not too happy with that, okay? Not too happy with that. Alex Jones interviews Noam Chomsky? Wait, what? I never knew this. He interviewed Noam Chomsky? Really?
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he.
No way he's playing goddamn Star Wars music over his fucking radio show, bro. No fucking way. This is just Alex Jones. It's not fake. We want to believe it's fake. The more you say fake, the more I know you're coping. You're huffing. You're coping. This is what conservatives are, okay?
And he's written.
How do you play the bad guy music? Yeah, he's unironically playing the goddamn bad guy music for his intro. All right, bud. Sure.
Just every level of propaganda you can imagine. He also gets into what the editors do with the newspaper articles, how television's controlled, and he comes to the same conclusion that we have, that it is a global elite controlling it and steering it. Its words mean things. The sitcoms and the cartoons have more propaganda in them than the newspaper or the nightly news. You will not even begin to scratch the surface of the level of this inculcation, this soaking into the propaganda state.
Oh my gosh, we're soaking? We are soaking in the propaganda state, okay? And the elites are jump humping. We are falling apart, bro. The cartoons are pushing more propaganda than your newspaper could ever fit. They're telling you gay people are real. They're telling you black people are humans. Everything is falling apart, bro. Everything is falling apart.
Kind of analysis of ideological institutions that includes the intellectual culture, but specifically the media, which I've spent a lot of time on.
Man, Chomsky sounds like he's been 90 for the last 60 years, huh?
Requires an essay.
That requires an essay. Well, I would call it almost a matrix-like system where 98% of people don't even know the real parameters of power that surround them.
Is that marginalization of the public that you're describing is quite purposeful. So, especially through the actually it goes back to the founding of the country, but it's particularly in the 20th century. Business leaders, intellectuals, academic, social scientists, and others say that it is important to keep the public out of things. It's important to ensure that the public remain what are called spectators, not participants.
Okay, then. I kind of don't. This worries me greatly. Curious memes going on there. Definitely. I'm really thinking it's kind of like a matrix-like system where nobody really knows what's going on, and I'm sitting in the embryonic fluid and I'm drinking it. I'm slurping it, and they're controlling us. So I think that I agree with that, but I would only add that it's actually worse, and the elites are purposefully putting us down to keep us as spectators. Like, all right, okay. Anyways, I guess back to the topic at hand. After that little departure from what we were doing. Slurp. I'm slurping that embryonic fluid, bro. Shark Deep voice is kind of hot. Oh, geez, here we go. So after this, obviously he's going to get slippity slapped with some huge fines. So he's been taking his case. Since he didn't want to take his case to court and argue anything, and that's why he got default judgments, he's taking his case to Infowars and the viewers that he has after getting deplatformed. Let's just see what he has to say.
Have said that I don't get a jury trial on my defamation case in the Sandy Hook issue. And they claim that I didn't turn documents over. That's a lie.
He didn't.
We gave them all of our documents. We gave them our bank account information, something nobody's ever had to do in a defamation case.
That's also not true. He got default judgments because the judge asked him, "Can you provide any evidence for the 2012 shooting was a hoax?" And he was like, like his response was literally ellipses, and so he got bipped. Like, I'm sorry, that's like how it works. Obviously, he didn't have anything.
that we know of, and they said they were fake. They didn't show proof of that. They just said this isn't real. They said these are cooked. This is next level corruption, ladies and gentlemen. And so people ask me, how are you handling this, Alex? Well, I don't even take this personal.
Okay, so listen, I don't take it personally. They said that all of my fake shit was fake, and they kicked out my stuff. It's incredible. It's incredible. I showed them a video of the guy laughing, but then he crying. This is obvious. We all know that there's lizard people controlling this shit. All right, bud. Potbelly demons. We know about this. All right. It doesn't actually end here, because not only did he do this to bitch and moan, he went over to eBay as well. My man is in so much trouble, and he knows he's in so much trouble. He went to eBay to his audience. Look at this.
Trials, even though I've already been found guilty by default, now they're going to try to tell the jury how guilty I am. It's going to take a lot of money to fight this, and a lot of money for the appeals. And so I can't spend the money we have paying our crew and running our independent media outlet that reaches millions of people without your support.
Listen, you probably should have thought about that before you started to make insane claims about people that ruined their life even more than it was already ruined.
Infowars is doing its most important work ever right now.
I also don't think that's true. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say I don't think that's true.
So this is a no-brainer. Please go to saveinfowars.com. Make a $10 donation, a $1,000 donation. Wealthy people out there, your free speech is being destroyed.
Guys, I need your help. All right. The radical right are trying to destroy my stream. They're trying to take me down because they hate me. They hate the fact that I'm legally bi. They hate the fact that I am African American, and they hate the fact that I'm telling the truth that they don't want you to hear. Please make a donation to keep us around. We are doing, the Shark 300 channel is doing the most important work it ever has in its entire existence. Please go to my Streamlabs donation link, as long as I still have Streamlabs. Make a $1 donation, a $10 donation, a $1,000 donation, $10,000 donation, $100,000 donation if you have it. Rich leftists need to stand up. Your cummies are being taken from you. And what will happen after that? What will happen when the well runs dry? Who will they come for next? Think about it.
Infowars is just the first domino to fall. And if wealthy folks don't start spending their money promoting liberty, promoting freedom, we're going to lose this country. And we're
it's just so good. It's just so good. He's like, listen, all right, if you guys are rich, please, the richest among you, please start dumping money. Please, I beg of you. I know you get, can I have a taste? Just a smidgen, just a little taste, just a little bit, please. Just a tiny bit. I want, like, come on. I know you can spare a bit. I decided not to take seriously any of my defamation shoots, and I got fucking clapped for it. Please, just like a tiny bit, just a smidgen, please. Save the grift. Save the grift foundation.
We're going to lose the world to tyranny. So please go to saveinfowars.com. It's Give, Send, Go. They're great folks. They're patriots. We're banned everywhere else, even be able to raise money. And this will help keep us in the fight for the next few years.
Man, this is so sad. Alex Jones and Infowars are so influential that if they go down, not only do we lose the world's greatest and truest news outlet, we lose the world. Alex Jones is Atlas, holding the world on his shoulders. Without him, where would we be?
So I've never issued an alert this serious. I need your help right now. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for free speech. Stand up for America, and don't let these bullies intimidate anybody. Please donate right now at Save Him.
Do you think that he's going to get Joe Rogan to donate? Here's the thing. I either think Joe Rogan is going to not put a single dime towards this, or throw like $10,000. It's one of the two. Because I know Joey got some he got some cash. Okay, I know he hasn't spent all the money from his Spotify deal. I know for a fact he's got some dollars on him. So something's gonna happen. Rogan's gonna buy him out. Holy crap. You think Alex Jones is going to be so shitified through this that he's going to have to liquidate Infowars? Joe Rogan buys Infowars, becomes the new head of Infowars. Alex Jones files fucking for bankruptcy, loses everything, then comes back and becomes the new head of Infowars, and then Joe Rogan sells it back to him. I think that's the scam that they're going to play. All right, I've got the playbook down already. I see it. I know something's gonna happen. All right, I think he's gonna get together Tim Pool and Joe Rogan, because these guys are multimillionaires and they're gonna get their shit together. And listen, I think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna try and pull the most barely legal, with massive question marks if it really is legal, stunt with this. That's just like exactly who he is. So listen, he got himself so fucked that he's taken himself down to literally e-begging for money. And just so you know, Alex Jones is not poor. Okay, Alex Jones is not a poor boy. All right, he is not broke. He is not suffering. He is not starving. Alex Jones is worth millions of dollars personally. He's been doing this for years and he's got a lot of cash, okay? He's not a poor boy. He's trying to get money he's trying to whip his audience into a frenzy to pay his legal fees that he doesn't want to, because he decided not to fight any of these things, and then offload the cost of his wrongdoings onto his audience, which is the most cucked thing I can possibly imagine. You are getting giga cucked if you're donating to Alex Jones for that. But hey, listen, I don't kink shame here.